Hi everybody, it's Andrea on the Douglas Trail in Rochester for Trail Tuesday. It's time for me to accept that winter is coming. Pretty much all living creatures in Minnesota have a strategy for surviving Minnesota's extremely cold winters. So your woody species will drop their leaves, that helps them conserve energy. Your herbaceous plants will die back and grow new in the spring. Some animals migrate. Others will lay eggs and then the adults will die and then the eggs will hatch out in the spring. Some species will grow a thick fat or fur layer and that will help them tolerate the cold conditions. But pretty much everything has to either adapt or die. Those are your choices. So again, a lot of different kinds of adaptations help wildlife and plants and such survive Minnesota's cold winters. One of the well-known options is hibernation, and a lot is made of hibernating. I think we humans like to hibernate. We go into a state of minimal activity, but really for wildlife this is a real metabolic depression, an extreme lowering of body temperature and heart rate, which conserves energy to again tolerate the long cold winter. This is really something mostly that warm-blooded animals do. It's kind of like sleep, but again, it's way more than sleep. It's that full body slowdown. They slow down their energy consumption because replacing their calories is sometimes difficult or impossible in the cold. Their food may be hidden from them under the snow or ice, or it just isn't growing at that time. In Minnesota, we only have a couple of true hibernators. Your ground squirrels and chipmunks, bats, woodchucks, they go into that full-on deep metabolic depression. A lot is made of bears hibernating. They really sort of hibernate. It's more of a torpor, lethargy, a deep resting, but there is some debate about whether bears truly hibernate. Sometimes hibernators will arouse a little bit at some points in winter, perhaps in a warm spell, and sometimes they can acquire new calories, but raising your metabolic rate to wake up is a very expensive proposition. It costs perhaps more energy than you can consume, and so if you see an animal that should be hibernating, that's awake and moving around in winter, that is a difficult situation for that critter. They're using quite a lot of energy to do that. Other species like your reptiles and amphibians and insects, they do have a winter strategy. It's not technically hibernation, but they may become frozen solid like some of your frogs do. They may just burrow down under the wood litter like we talked about last week or 2 weeks ago. So again, everything has some kind of strategy for surviving the cold. I hope you have your strategy. One thing to survive winter is to enjoy it. And so I hope that everybody is going to be able to get out and enjoy this last little stick before it starts snowing. But then there'll be a whole new slate of things to enjoy once the snow comes. So please let us know how you're doing where you are. Post a picture, video, or even just some comments. Thanks. Happy Trail Tuesday.